Hello and welcome back to Incredible Inverts and Other Animals with me, Phil. Now today's video is an enclosure build plus a rehouse. So I'm going to call this one, well, the dinosaur tank, if you like, or whatever, the dinosaur skull tank. So I'm going to show you kind of most of how I built it. I'll explain some bits because some bits weren't filmed, and so it's taken me far longer to do this than what it should have done. It's because I've done bits and then left it, done bits and then left it again. But it's finally done. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. And then there's also a bit of a rehouse then into the tank as well. So I rehouse one of my scorpions into it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the build video plus the rehouse. Okay, so here's the build. So it is a 30 by 30 by 30 Exoterra cube. I don't want to add laying around. I've done a 3D background for was just expanding foam, grout, acrylic paint and pond sealer, G4 pond sealer. I didn't film a bit because I'd done some of that ages and ages ago, and didn't think about filming it. But here I'm putting in the drainage layer, so this is just clay pebbles I got from a local garden centre, giving them a bit of a soak. And so want to remove kind of any dust that might be on them. They do come sometimes a bit dusty, and also helps if you give them a bit of a soak and then retain some moisture, so they're not drawing that out of the substrate. And then just some weed membrane, so again just from local garden centre, so as cheap as can be. And then on top of that I've placed some organic lumpwood charcoal as basically a bit of a charcoal layer. That'll just again help keep things nice and clean and stuff. And then substrate is a mixture of organic compost, some coir, some tree fern fibres in there as well, and also some animal safe fertiliser, basically worm castings essentially, as well as the bioactive herbs plant boost I put in here, giving that a bit of a, sort of spread it around a bit. Now I wanted to put this T-Rex Skull in here that I picked up from one of the local sort of pet shops, or sort of aquatic and exotic shops that I go to. I eventually got a sort of thing that I kind of like the look of. Went around with the brush to brush everything off, and then here just put in the water bowl, and I go around with some sphagnum moss. And again, I actually just picked that up again just from local sort of aquatic exotic shop. But you can get sphagnum moss from a lot of different places, so it's kind of as basic as you like. Going around putting that in all different areas, wedging that in areas and stuff. Essentially I wanted it that there was pretty much no substrate really showing. I put in a couple of fake plants in here, and that's because live plants don't really have any light at the moment to put on top of the tank, so a lot of real plants probably wouldn't survive. So at the moment it's fake, but I've set up so that when perhaps I do eventually get a plant light that can go over the top, I can then put real plants in. So it's set up so it can be bioactive if I choose to. At the moment it's going to be kind of semi-bioactive. I did put spring tails in here and stuff, just to help keep things clean and stuff. But obviously here's a bit of an overview of the setup for it. So, but there's no actual kind of there's no live plants or anything. I don't expect anything to really grow in here at the moment. So yeah, good wall bowl, other bits of slate round as well, and some other decor items. But yeah, pretty much a simple setup. And then here I'm going to put the scorpion in that I'm going to keep in here. So in here is actually going a Heterometrus silenus, what used to be known as Peter's eye, what before was Peter's eye, but is silenus. And this is the one that actually came in the first ever creature crate stuff. So that's in, and we'll just get some footage of it basically exploring its new enclosure. So, and it's really nice to have a nice display enclosure here. One day I do plan on actually filming from start to finish, doing all the background and stuff. This is I've only done a handful of these 3D backgrounds now, and each time I think they do get slightly better each time. It is a case of practice makes perfect. If it's something that you haven't done yet, they really aren't that difficult to do. I do just give it a go. And remember, nature is not perfect. Okay guys, what did you think to that video? Personally, yeah, I'm really happy with the tank. So it's kind of partially bioactive with the spring tiles in there. There's no real plants at the moment, purely because I don't have any lights at the moment to go over the tank. So all the plants are fake in there, apart from the sphagnum moss, which just as that goes, will get replaced as and when needed. But it's really nice to have another display enclosure that one of my scorpions can live in. And so I've got the Heterometrus silenus in there, and that's the one from Creature Crate. And so that's the one that came in the first ever Creature Crate, has gone into that tank. So, but what do you guys think? Let me know. And so, as this build is a fairly simple one. The background was just expanding foam. That was then carved, grouted over, painted, and then sealed with G4 pond sealer, all allowed to air out. So I've got the drainage layer in there, mesh screening, and then nice mixed substrate stuff, and then really just on top, sphagnum moss, bits of slate, a couple of fake plants, bit of cord bark, and then the main feature, the dinosaur skull, the T-Rex skull, which I believe is next to Terra 1, actually, which I've had lying around for a while. So it's nice to finally get that used in one. So, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do pop some comments down below. And if you haven't yet, please do consider clicking that subscribe button and hitting that bell for notifications so you know each time I upload another video. But until next time, guys, take care, stay safe, and keep rocking.